Vlogmas Day. What day is it?
4.
It is Vlogmas Day 4.
4.
I am very tired because I did not sleep very well last night. Do you have to sit right on me?
No. This is just where I was sitting.
Okay. But yeah, it is Vlogmas Day 4. I have a few things that I do need to do today that are not particularly festive. So I need to I got some extra bits to fix the shower in my house, and I need to do that. So a little bit of light plumbing, as you do, a little bit of light plumbing. If you're wondering what's going on inside in the background, it's just before the school run, and it's just about 8:30. And there's Scooby-Doo on the television. So it's kind of how I tell what the time is on a school day. I know that we have to leave sort of around the time when it's when Scooby-Doo finishes. So Scooby-Doo's currently on TV. But yeah. And last night, last night the some of the fairy lights came down, which is why I really like Ruben to move and stop sitting right next to me. Thank you. So we got some fairy lights that are up, and as you can see, they're sort of kind of like weirdly hanging. Oh, excuse me. They're sort of weirdly hanging over this bit, and they should be kind of like in this corner. But the command hook gave up last night whilst I was sitting in the lounge. And I'm not a fan of command hooks. They're just so bad, and I don't know why I waste money on buying them every year. About the only thing that they can hold up is paper chains, because any kind of weight at all, and they just come straight off. I mean, they don't leave any marks on the walls, but I'm at that point where it's like, you know what? I'll just paint the wall. I'll just, anything else is going to leave such a small hole that no one's going to notice, and I'll just paint it afterwards. But here we are. It's a pain, but here we are. And yeah, so anyway, we have orders to take to the post depot today, this morning, just after the school run usually, and fix a new shower head and shower hose, because the one that we've got in the bathroom is it's old, and it really needs to be kind of changed. I don't know when it was last changed, but it needs to be changed. I've got a feeling when I take it off, it's gonna be pretty grim. I have got some washing that needs to go and be done as well. And then I think we'll probably find some Christmassy stuff to do. I did take my computer home, so there's a high chance I might stay here and do it. We are all up to date on orders right this second, which is, again, a wonderful feeling. No doubt by the time that I find out, I get back from, doing the post drop and stuff, there might be another one that would be amazing. But either way, there's no additional orders right this second. And all the ones that I have done are all ready to ship and are going to the depot this morning, which is great. I am being distracted by Scooby-Doo at the moment. I've seen them all before, but I am being distracted by Scooby-Doo because there are orcs for some reason on Scooby-Doo. I'm not sure why there are orcs on Scooby-Doo. Oh, and a train's just fallen off the track. Cool. Part of me desperately wants a coffee.
Almost.
Part of me desperately wants a coffee. I really shouldn't. I've had coffee out almost every day this week. I really shouldn't have a coffee out again. Plus, I've got things to make coffee here. So, yeah. Anyway, after that ramble, welcome to day 4. Just on Advent calendars. And we'll see where the day takes us. Today is very much a home doing things day that need to be done. So, yeah, we'll see where the day takes us and what we end up doing. My son is going to his dad's tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy about that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Have you remembered to pack your phone and bits and pieces?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, my son's going to his dad's tonight, as he does for a couple of nights in the middle of the week, every week. Which is great because it'll give me some time to kind of like do stuff in the evening and stuff without disturbing him. So, yeah. And I might use this opportunity tonight to have a bath or something, like with bubbles and things. Who knows? I have no real plan for today, other than if we get an order to head in and pack more orders. So yeah. There's still a few bits that I do need to do that I didn't manage to do yesterday. So you know that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, let's go and take an order to the post depot. And we'll just see what happens and see where the day takes us. Something will happen. It'll be cool. All right. Hey again. Okay, so school run is done. It's actually quite a few hours later. Because all I've done since I got back is sit under my favourite cover and watch television. Because I'm feeling not fantastic. I'm not ill and I'm not coming down with anything, but this year has been a hard year for me. Because of lots of reasons. It has been a hard year. It's been a year of like consistent change from one thing to the next. And I have been struggling a lot mentally with the amount of changes that my life has been kind of going through the last few years, including not being at my day-to-day job, and kind of losing that routine, and not seeing a lot of people that I saw on a day-to-day basis, and not having that, and that affects you more than you would think. You would think like, oh wow, it's amazing. You're doing this full time. Firstly, in 5 years, even though the business has been almost going for 5 years, it's still 5 years is a massive achievement, but it's also still quite young. It's like celebrating 5 years for a child. But it's a massive achievement for a small business. Yeah, so basically, it's been a lot of different adjustments this year, and today, I'm struggling with mentally dealing with that. I have got another order that has come in, so that's great. That means that we are ticking away at that my Wonderkin project, which is absolutely amazing. We were already just like on one hand. We only had 5 orders before the first stretch goal was done, which is absolutely crazy. 5 orders. It makes me kind of look back on it and realize that I've done a good job as a small business owner. I've done a good job. There would have been a time 5 years ago in an attic bedroom, there would have been a time where if you turned around to me and said like, hey, so you're going to do a not Kickstarter, you're going to ask people to kind of like buy orders from your shop, and you're going to do 15 orders just for the first goal, and you're going to do that inside a month, inside a month. And I would have been like, what? That would never have been a thing. So that's insane. So, I have plenty to be thankful for. And no, not all orders are big orders. Some orders are tiny. But it's still a massive deal. It's still a big deal. But there are still days like today where I'm just like, I don't feel joy is the best way to put it. I was tempted just to not pick up the camera again until my thoughts and emotions recalibrated themselves. And then I thought, well, actually, maybe this is something that I should put on Vlogmas, because not everyone does experience massive amounts of joy at Christmas. I have had Christmases where I've been like, I don't want to celebrate it this year. I've had Christmases where I have smiled and, made all the right sounds and noises, and purely for the benefit of my son. I've had Christmases where the only room that I've seen in the house that day was the kitchen. I have had some horrible Christmases, but I've also had some really, really, really good Christmases as well. So yeah, outside at the moment, it has gone extremely misty, and the temperature has very much dropped. We've got a cold front coming down from the north, which is bringing a lot of Arctic air over the UK at the moment. And the temperature is just straight down. It's only supposed to last about a week before the wind changes direction again, and we get the Atlantic rift kind of like pushing slightly warmer air across. But I mean, it's winter. So this is what we do. I haven't put up re-put up the lights yet. But I did make myself some eggs. It's not lunchtime, but I was like, you know what? I am not feeling amazing. And I know that food will help me feel marginally better about that. So that's basically it. Yeah, I am going to be, I've gone and done that, and I've watched television. It's about 10 to 11 now, just to give you an idea. So I set off when I last spoke to you, it would have been about 8:30. It's now about 11 o'clock. And I haven't really done anything that I would deem as productive. So I am recording this bit to remind myself when I look back on it, when I think about doing Vlogmas, hopefully next year, that it is okay to not feel especially festive every single day. It is okay to not feel like everything is fine every single day. It is okay to just want to sit and look after yourself. And that is okay, basically. That said, I am going to get up because, like I said before, I do need to go and sort out the shower head and the shower hose. which is going to be interesting because it's something I've never done before. I understand the theory behind it more than the doing. So that's going to go really well or really badly. But that's basically what we're going to do. The shower, the bathroom needs a clean anyway, but it seemed a little bit pointless when I was going to be kind of like dismantling it. So, which is obviously going to probably create more mess. So that's basically what we're going to do. I'm going to go and do that and try and sort that out. And hopefully not make a complete mess of myself, because then later on this evening I can have a nice hot shower and things, and that will make me feel slightly better as well. So hot running water is definitely one of the perks of life. So yeah, and then hopefully if I've managed that, the success of that will encourage me to go and sort out the lights. And then I am going to probably I'm not sure if I want to go and sit in the studio, but I probably should. So we're going to do that. As I said, my son is at his father's this evening, so I don't have to worry too much. I do need to go and take him an overnight bag. And he's going to be there for a couple of days, which is normal. But I do need to do that. I do need to, so there is a little bit of going out. And I might pick up a few things whilst I'm out. I tried making some mulled cider yesterday. And it kind of went okay, but it didn't really, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It didn't really taste of anything. So I'm thinking of getting some like whole cinnamon sticks. I've already got some star anise, and putting that in there and kind of treating it a little bit more like I would do with like a mulled wine. Where I'd put like a cinnamon stick in or some orange peel in or some, I'm not going to do that obviously with cider. Maybe put some apple slices in, like treat it more like a mulled wine. I think I took what it said on the packaging about it being a winter blend spiced apple, a little bit too literally, because I'm telling you now, it didn't taste of anything. And I let it cool. I thought, well, maybe it's just too hot. And it still didn't taste of anything. So I was kind of disappointed by that. But yeah, anyway, let's pick ourselves up. I think maybe I should also get some, I wonder if my mood is linked to vitamin deficiency as well. Maybe when I'm out, I'll go and get some like chewable vitamin tablets as well, because obviously there's not a lot of sunlight at the moment, and not seeing that much sunlight can have a negative effect on your emotional well-being. So maybe if I feed my body some more vitamins and things, my body will have to fight less to be able to sustain itself, giving it more of an ability to sort out how it feels about the darker months of the year. And all the changes and things that I've gone through, and just feeling a bit rough, but not ill rough, if that makes sense. But let's go and change that shower head. This is going to go really well or really badly, so let's go and do that. Okay, we had some partial success. So, turns out if I move this a little bit, I have managed to replace the head. But it turns out that this bit down here, that is well and truly screwed on, and no amount of unscrewing it will unscrew it. But I have managed to clean up the hose at least, and attached it to a new head, which is now working fine. So yeah, that is managed all of that. I need to get some grout whitener, because obviously where it's been dripping all this time, it's stained the white grout. That's not actually mold, it's just stained. So I need to get some of that. But that should have solved it. And I've just figured out that the head on this can do lots of multiple different types. It's got like a ring function and a drench function and then like a standard function, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so that's that done. Yeah, partial success, feeling mildly pleased with myself there. So, one hardware job done. And lights are reaffixed with a staple. I have a staple gun in my house because I bought it here from the office bit, from my studio, and yes, consequently, that's why I have a staple gun in my house. But yes, people might be asking, like, well, what are you going to do when it's not Christmas? You need to take, like, these things sort of out and get rid of the lights and things. I was like, firstly, do I really need to get rid of the lights? And secondly, like, it's not that hard. Basically, I'll take a little pair of snips and I'll snip through the middle and pull the staple out. And then basically what I'll do is, this is a little renting trick, is it'll leave two little holes. And basically what I'll do is I will take some toothpaste, just the plain white boring stuff, and you can put it over the top of those. It will fill those tiny holes and then it goes solid. And it's fluoride, so it's white. And you won't be able to see them anymore. So yeah, it's a little renting hack there. Or if you just don't want to see any holes where you've had drawing pins and things in. But yeah, so lights are up, that's that done. Feeling very achieved with all of that. So yeah, plus I've also done the Instagram as well, so win. And yeah, that's the setup. I wonder if I should put some lights in this, because this does light up. This does light up. I wonder if I should put some lights in it. Maybe. I have these little condensation traps all over the house, but it does not stop the condensation entirely. And yeah, and they are getting quite full because it's been quite the wet winter. So yeah, okay. So that's probably, maybe I should go and get some batteries for this, because it just takes double A's, I think. Interesting. Interesting. I definitely need to wipe down the windows, though, at some point, because otherwise they get really yucky and things, and we don't want that. So we should probably go and do that. Okay, so as we may have determined, not a lot has happened. I've basically done housework for most of the day. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's been necessary to do. However, I am going to pop very briefly into the studio, because I do have an order to pack. It's not a very big order, it's just a little one. And I've got a few things that I want to do, but I think what I'm going to do for today is I'm going to change a little bit what I was thinking about, because the weather is just, it's not making me, like, you can't see it out the window, but it is not making me look at it and look at the weather and kind of go, yeah, no, I want to go out in that. It's just not making me want to do that. So, so yeah. So I think what I'm going to go and do is set myself up in here. I might do some wrapping, but I think what's more likely is the fact I'm going to bring my laptop in here, sit on my bed, because I've got fleeces and I can wrap up and I can be cozy, sit on my bed, do a little bit of editing and things, and that kind of stuff, and basically sort of go from there. I've got let me think, basically do a little bit of that, a little bit of admin work and stuff. I haven't got a lot to do, but I do have editing that needs doing, so I think I'm going to do that. Maybe a little bit of writing, because it's like, it's so grey and murky outside, and it's very, very, very foggy as well. And I was thinking, well, I could go out tonight and film the Christmas lights in town, but to be honest, I don't really want to go out. It's about 4 degrees. And yeah, I don't particularly want to go out, and so I think that's basically what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have a little Christmas admin day here. Now, obviously, put my finger in front of the camera. Now, obviously, you know that, yeah, I've got a lounge and I've got a studio. Sometimes I think it's just nice to kind of like be in a small kind of compact festive room that's comfortable, and just chill and stuff. And yeah, I think that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the stuff in here. I'm going to bring the wrapping in here, because I think there's a good chance I can set my laptop up and maybe do a bit of wrapping. So I think I'm going to do that as well. And see, just have a chill day, or what's left of it. So, which realistically, I mean, I am going to have to go out briefly, like I said, in order to take my son's things back, but there's not a lot of light left in the day, to be brutally honest. But yeah, I think bring the wrapping paper in, and then just go for it. Okay, so if you're a friend of mine, you may want to look away now, would be a good idea. But yes, I'm going to try and not show some of the stuff that I've got my friends and stuff. Yeah, you have been fairly warned. This, however, is all of the bits that I need to wrap up for my son. All of the bits that I need to wrap up for him. So we've got Lego. He's really into Meccano. Here to Slay, which I've heard is an amazing game. My son really, really enjoys board games. We've got, again, absolutely adorable little mug here. There's a science set that he really likes. We've got some stamps and things down here, just like little stocking presents. A chocolate selection, baking kit, some fighting robots. We've got tumbling towers, or mini Jenga, that the rest of us know it by. There is a Grinch puzzle cube. And then we've got kind of like the good old-fashioned, because it's not Christmas if you don't have like a tin of cookies, right? So there's a tin of cookies there. And yeah, just generally kind of, yeah, that's it. It's quite the section. Now, I will say, this is not all from me. There are some little bits here, like the mug and the Grinch cube and things that are like stocking fillers, but I receive money from my family in order to get my son gifts, because it's easier for them to send it to me than it is for them to send it, because my mum, for example, lives abroad. So yes, so not all of this is from me. A fair amount of it is from other family members and things as well. So for example, the robots, the science set, those are just some of the ones that are from other people. The stuff that is from me is the Meccano, Here to Stay, although that probably end up in a stocking, I reckon, and the box of bricks will be from me personally, and yeah, that's basically where we are. So I am going to, I think, have a shower, find a place to set up my laptop and things, and so that when I get back from dropping off my son's bits and pieces, which will be about an hour for me and about 5 seconds for you, I can just start doing some of this. I'm not gonna, the stuff that's out of view up here, I'm probably not gonna touch, but I'm gonna try and get some of this done, so that it's finished and things, and we'll probably kind of go from there. So yeah, so I'll see you after I get back from dropping my son off, and we'll start doing some wrapping and things of my son's bits and pieces for Christmas. Okay, so I'm back after doing that, and I was passing Lidl, so you know, couldn't not go in, and I realised I was really thirsty and hadn't had any coffee, and I wondered if maybe like how I was feeling was down to caffeine withdrawal. So I know that this hasn't got any caffeine in it, it's got sugar, but it might have kind of the same effect. So plus I like the orange Lucozade anyway. But yeah, I picked up some extra things. Got these, some multivitamin gummies, because if the weather's going to be as disgusting as you saw, probably going to need those to make me feel good and make my body work less hard, like I said. And then I was thinking like what I was going to have for tea, and they had these coconut prawns. So they're coated in coconut. So, and I thought that would be really nice. And then I saw that they had this, which is Mary Rose sauce with brandy. And I thought that might be really nice for dipping. And then, because you can't go in for one thing, I saw this. And I love carrot milk. And I also love their pots of goo. And I love and slightly laugh at the fact that it says made to share, because that's not happening. But I thought I'd give that a try as well. So yeah, we might give that a try first actually. Because, you know, if my son's not here, I don't have to play by the rules. So it does look exactly as I expected, which is like other pots of joy. I've got this. And if you've not had them before, maybe you can't get them. This is a bit like custard, I suppose, but super thick. Oh, that's good. Oh wow, that's really good. Oh, that is that is spectacularly good. That is definitely not for showering. Oh. Oh, that's good. You know what you could do? You could get the mini shortbread trees and dip them. thing is, they must know it's going to be really good. You're not going to not eat the whole pot, because otherwise, why would they give you one of these lids? Surely they'd give you a resealable one, right? Oh my goodness, that is delicious. So, like I said, I got them at Lidl. They're in the specials. I don't know, it's not the middle of Lidl aisle, which is basically like Argos has vomited into the shop. It's the it's what I call currently the Christmas aisle. It's where they have their speciality stuff, and it's right at the end in the fridge. And they've got these ones, which is the caramel one, and I really like caramel. And my son doesn't, which is great. It means I can have it all to myself. But they also do a chocolate orange flavoured one. And they do like the standard Pots of Joy style Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate one. Wow, that is so good. That is so delicious. Oh my goodness. And a really good alternative if you don't like brandy sauce or brandy butter. A really good alternative. Now, I just had the oven go, so I'm going to put these inside the oven now. I really do need to clean my oven. I think they have to go in there for about that, if I remember right. Right, well I am going to put a seal on that, and I am going to pop it inside the fridge, because otherwise I will eat it all. And there's a good chance my fire alarm might go off, because, like I said, I do need to clean my oven. I was doing some baking and things in there, and it occurred to me that I should have put it inside a deeper tray, but I didn't put it inside a deeper tray, and consequently, yes. And I have cleaned it once, but obviously not well enough, because it still smells smoky. So I need to get in there. It might be something I do tomorrow. Don't worry, there will not be a vlogmas of me cleaning an oven. Unless you want there to be. If you want there to be a vlogmas cleaning an oven, let me know. We can talk cleaning with stuff that I like to use for cleaning. It's nothing especially special. Right, so I think that's probably basically going to be it. I've got all my stuff out. I'm pretty much prepared to do some wrapping. So yeah. So I'm sorry that today has been a bit of a washout kind of day. I blame the weather entirely for it. But, you know, these things happen, especially in the UK. The weather is very temperamental this time of year. So I think this is probably going to be it from me for this vlog. It's been a little bit all over the place. Now that I've had chocolate, my mood has significantly improved. But I think tomorrow we're going to play it by ear as well. I'm probably going to go into the studio tomorrow. Tomorrow will be another studio day. Today was doing all of the little bits in the house that have irritated me, and in the case of the shower, have irritated me for months. But yeah, and it finally got to the point where I wasn't prepared to put it off any longer, so here we are. But I think tomorrow I'm going to go into the studio, and I'm probably going to be in the studio again on Friday. Friday's going to be interesting because I have a Dungeons and Dragons game that I usually play. I probably won't take you for that, but I know that it was quite popular last year when I took you to a Dungeons and Dragons game that I did. So I'm going to have a chat. I'll have a chat with the people that I play with, and if they're okay with me recording the game, then we'll put that in. And if they're not, then you won't. You'll have to take my word for it, and I'll give you the synopsis of what happened afterwards. But yeah, or the next day. But yeah, so we'll try and do that. Maybe that'll be interesting thing to do. But yeah, so Friday I've got that doing, and then Saturday I think might be a gingerbread day. And then Sunday we've got something really cool planned. Weeks ago, like probably well over a month ago, I booked tickets to Wurzel's Winter Wonderland. And my son knows that he's going, but whether or not he remembers that he's going remains to be seen. But I've never been. We're going to be taking the bus to do it. I've never been. I always feel a little bit worried about going to things and places that I've never been to. But by all intents and purposes, it's actually one of the best ones in Norfolk to go to. I saw the Halloween one they did on YouTube, on Gemma Louise Mars's YouTube show. She took her kids to the autumn one with all the pumpkins. So they didn't have anything left for the Halloween half term, but they had just started selling tickets for the Winter Wonderland. So I got the tickets for Winter Wonderland. So that's what we're doing on the Sunday. So yeah, that's going to be a very interesting day. That's definitely going to be one that I will definitely be vlogging for Vlogmas. But yeah, so that's it for pretty much for today. I've had a lovely time, really. It's just been a home day getting things done, and that's not really, that's not a bad thing. It's been a home day getting things done. So, that's just how it is sometimes. I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 5. Oh no, I haven't got my son here. So now I'm going to struggle to remember what day we're on. But yes, I can see four doors are open on his calendar. So I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 5. And I can't believe we're on 5. We're getting on to 5 already. 20 days to Christmas. That is not a lot of days. Okay, I will see you then. Have a fantastic night. Bye.